It's always a weird feeling, There's certainly a strange feeling of unfinished business in a lot of ways because our fate is to go home, and we're not going to have a workout day tomorrow. Then kind of prep ourselves for a hopeful playoff run that we've had the last couple of years. That feeling we've had, it's very different. It's a little sad is probably the right word that we're at this point, and just sad in some ways.
What for you personally? I mean, with the uncertainty that's there.
Again, I've grown up in this business. I've watched my dad go through it. Hopeful I'll wear an Orioles uniform in the future, one way or another, but also understand that it's very likely I got to go find a job here in the next couple of days and go look around. So it is part of the business. It's not a sympathetic thing by any means. It's just when you sign up to be a coach and you coach in the big leagues, things change and things change quick. And that's just how this thing goes. And I do believe strongly that if you do things right and you do a good job and you treat people the right way, there's always going to be an opportunity somewhere.
Now, the season as a whole, if you look at the final record, not very good. But if you look at what the team has done since you've taken over, are you satisfied with what you've done as a manager?
I don't think, we've had a winning record. We're going to have a winning record whether we win today or lose today. So I would say I'm happy with that, knowing that, we still haven't been whole. We still have a lot of injuries. We traded away half the team 2 months ago, played such a difficult schedule. I'm happy. I don't think satisfied is the right word in a lot of ways. It's hard to be satisfied. It still feels like a failure, deep down inside, knowing that the Yankees are going on to play here in the postseason and we're not. Knowing that Boston's going on to play, we're not. Toronto, team we beat up last year, they're going to play and we're not. So you do feel like a failure in a lot of ways, but also just trying to compartmentalize, the different parts of the year. Sure, there's some happiness with having a winning record considering the circumstances, but that's more of a consolation prize than anything, and I don't think we're signed up for that.
Yeah, but you took over what looked like it could have been a sinking ship. The whole team traded away. How could that be a failure?
Yeah, and it's not, and I think that's just trying to hold yourself to a high standard. I think probably what I'm happy most about is just kind of what we did in the building. Just kind of building that thing up and getting that culture and getting that room in the right place and with the staff, and seeing the happiness of the players, the happiness of the staff, people buying into what we're doing and what we're trying to do. I think that's where I feel like the biggest success in the last 4.5 months is.
You've been in the game a long time, but how much have you learned this year, both just about yourself and maybe about what it's like to be a big league manager?
Yeah, it's not an easy job in a lot of ways. It's a challenge. But I will say this, I've learned a lot. I think you learn a lot in any job you're doing in this game. And there's certainly more lessons this year to take than there probably has been from previous years. But what I have learned in this job, you better be confident in yourself, and you better do your homework, and you better be prepared, and you better have a good understanding of what you want to do, and you better believe in it. And I think if you do all that, when things don't go the right way, because there's not a manager in this game, not even Earl Weaver or any of the great Cal Ripken Sr. or Buck Showalter, the great Oriole coaches that have gone through, I promise you they didn't get everything right. They didn't nail every decision, but they believed in every decision that they made, and they had a reason for how they did it, whether it was on the field in the game or something that they did in the clubhouse with the organization or the team. And I think if you have the confidence in yourself, and that comes from your homework, your preparation, everything that you do, then you're going to be at peace with however this thing goes, and I am.